Here's the Apex 2 rally conversion complete. I think this body came out pretty cool. I had this HPI Toyota Celica laying around, and my buddy and I, who I race with, decided to start doing rally cars in our racing. So I got this Team Associated Apex 2 as a slider. It was obviously one of the Ken Block ones. I don't know if it was the Mustang or the F100, but either way, it made the conversion a little easier just because it had bearings. So it was one less thing I had to buy. I got the roller pretty cheap, cheaper than you can get them from some of the parts dealers on eBay. So that was why I decided to go ahead and get the rally kit and convert it. It was based off the original cost. So altogether, I probably spent the same amount as one of the RTR Apex 2s. So one of the things that I was hoping for was, in this kit, it would have the conversion tray for the stand-up battery. And the reason I thought that was because on eBay, where I purchased this, in the photos for this kit, the stand-up battery looked like it was part of this kit in those photos. So that's why I purchased it, and had that little gripe earlier about the battery trays not coming with the kit. But I mean, obviously, if I had done my research, I would have seen that was just, you know, an option part. But that's all right. You know, not everybody would want to have that stand-up battery, so that's probably why they made it that way, which is smart. You can see their tactics and why they did what they did. And I was gonna put the Hoon truck, the F100, on this chassis before we were gonna do this rally series, but so I trimmed the body posts before I knew I was going to use this body, so I had to get new body posts. These are the parts I ended up getting additionally. Was the rally wheels from Team Associated. They fit proper. These are what I was going to use, and you can see that they're just way taller and wouldn't really fit in there. The scale's off, so that's why I went with this. This rim's smaller, so they did a good job on that, thinking of how to fit the wheels into the body. This is the stand-up tray. Comes with a servo saver, which I have not installed yet. The slider came with the Protec servo, and I'm just gonna wait until any issues arise with that servo before I put the servo saver on. So that's why I didn't install that. The carbon fiber top plates, I got those as well just because. And the body posts. And I bought this system here. It's the 550 with the 500. So, and I got the roll bars. You can see the blue stud in there. Those are the parts I got with it. And this livery or decal set did not come with the body. I bought that from one of my eBay sources for vintage parts. I think this combination works well. I just use some Google images to, match the livery, and I think it came out pretty good. I had to do some things because the space wasn't the same. This stripe would go across the back, but the space wasn't really allowing it. Both the decal sheet and the body are, old from the earlier 2000s, so the stickers were kind of fragile, if you will. I used a hairdryer to hopefully help them bond better to the body. We'll see. There's a real, particular issues right here and on the headlights and stuff, because you can see it's a little, but whatever. Before I take it out for a maiden voyage, I'll do another round of the hairdryer. But yeah, so the parts that I wish this box had pictures of what was replaced, but here's a list of it. And the shocks that come with the kit are really nice. Even the stock shocks are nice, but they replaced the pivot balls. They replaced the front CVDs, or replaced the front dog bones with CVDs. I don't know what these parts are called. Lower A-arm. Right there. Just widens it a little bit so that the A-arm mounts, I guess. The shock towers are taller and they're carbon fiber. That's why I got the top plates, just because to match the shock towers. And it comes with a center diff. The center diff looks like you can put fluid in it, but I just filled it up with grease. I'm not like a super nerd for that, but I made sure it was packed, and it's really smooth. So I did not open up the front and rear diffs. I just went ahead and swapped the chassis. So, but yeah, I'll go ahead and show you underneath the chassis. Underneath the body. Show you what the chassis looks like. Yeah, that body looks really good. I like it because it's different. Try to do different body shells just because everyone's running the same stuff, But anyways, here's under the body. Fit my FlySky receiver underneath the ESC behind the servo. That works. I was gonna have the wires go underneath and meet up over here, but there was just too much action going on above the drive shaft. I think this should be covered as well. If this had a cover, it would allow, you could even put like the battery box on top of the cover of the drive shaft. This is just gonna be a bucket for stuff. Hopefully rocks don't get caught in there. So that's something that I'll be looking forward to seeing how this car handles. And the steering rack is away from the chassis, which is a good thing. The HPI Sport 3, the RS4 Sport 3, instead of this bar being on the top above the drive shaft, it's below, and it's tight just like this, so things get caught in between the chassis and the steering rack. So a lot of times, even just drifting in a parking lot, you'll get bound up. So that's one thing I like to see, is the higher steering rack eliminates the chance for binding. And after doing this conversion kit, I'm thinking that the other companies Traxxas, Losi, HPI should be hopping on the bandwagon with Team Associated and Kyosho. They know what they're doing, and they've done their homework. This is definitely, well thought out. All the parts are high quality plastics. So yeah, the kit comes with the shocks, the shock towers, the front drive shafts, and the A-arm mounts, and the chassis itself. I think that it should have come with a cover, but I think what they're trying to do is figure out how they're gonna mount the cover to the chassis based off of these two battery mounts. That's just my own speculation though. But yeah, there should be a shroud that goes over this chassis, because there is gonna, a few spots that are gonna accumulate stuff. But I'm gonna do what I can to get my track area cleaned out so there's no debris that'll get caught in the chassis of these cars. Because I have some other cars I want to drive off-road too. Some nitro stuff as well. But yeah, this is what it looks like under the hood. This is the bottom of the chassis. Looks good. Once the weather permits, I'll get it outside and really test it out. But yeah, fun build overall. Glad I got it. For the cost that I got it, made this, possible. But yeah, so if you're looking for this conversion kit, you're going to need to think about the battery's position and the wheels, just because, like I said, these are just far too big. This is like regular 26mm HPI dimensions, so just, unlike me, watch videos on the cars from the companies before you start buying stuff. Otherwise you'll run into problems that you otherwise could have easily avoided. So hats off to Team Associated. Look forward to driving this car. This will be the last maintenance video of this, and we'll get some running footage of my cars. A lot of the maintenance stuff now has just been procrastinated on, so I'm getting it out the way so I can actually start to do some running videos. But I figured it's a cool way for me to actually get the maintenance done and to share what I have to look forward to. So, anywho, yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.